Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from everyday guy, Redonkulous guy here, and welcome back to the latest. So in the last episode, we gave our friends Zack and Beck a little party, had a fun time, a little serious talk about never giving up, and yeah, while we were going, we got again haunted by the ghost, freaked out real good, and ran away from the scene, and yeah, it was crazy over there. It was really freaking creepy. And then the next day, what I chose to like go meet the priest, which was Zach's idea. Yeah, we met the priest, blessed the house, but I don't know. I feel like it just went nowhere. Instead of what I expected more to come from it. But yeah, by the end of the episode, there were two options whether to hang out with Zach or not to, and we chose to hang out with him. So here we are in the park, and let's continue down here to see where we will end by the end of the episode. Zach has me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving prior to going off somewhere. He hasn't returned since, and it's been a good 20 minutes of being left alone entirely to my thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier and more languid vibe than usual, where children are usually seen running around and playing. There are now people lying, leaning back on their picnic blankets, sleeping, simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from nearby food carts, and if the wind blows in the right direction, one will catch the whiff of freshly trimmed grass. I will gladly sleep on this bench if I'm not waiting for anyone. Soon enough, I see his hulking figure running towards me, carrying a medium sized box on one hand and casually waving the other at me. He's panting when he reaches my bench, sweat dripping profusely from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really long.
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
I already know what's in the blue box before he opens it. And it is cinnamon rolls, all six of them topped with a white cream cheese glaze. Ah hell, look at that! Okay, the very same one I bought after I sold my first property. After I met Zach, Ash, and Becca. Funny how such a small thing can trigger a distant memory, no matter how mundane it is. Mundane, I hope I said it right. I don't say no to free food, but why is he getting me this now?
What for?
He leans on the empty space beside me, wiping the sweat of his forehead before answering.
An apology. And his thanks for yesterday and the other day.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zach.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
Are you just saying that, or...
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass. He should have been named Ashhole instead.
He went a little overboard, yeah. I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop. Besides, I can handle him.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back. Are you still upset?
There are times when I wish Zach had been my big brother, or Becca my old sister. Maybe life would have been a little easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't be as sick as he is. Maybe. Maybe I wouldn't be alone here. But then again, if they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have met Ash too. Life back home is tough, but for all that, I won't change it for one selfish wish. In this city of 68,000 people, I have people I can depend on. 3 of them, in fact. When you think about it, when you compare the numbers to the odds of finding someone like them amidst the sea of nameless people, I am lucky.
Thanks a lot for today, Zach. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
It's always been food with you, ain't it?
Don't put it like that! You're making me sound like a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
Only that? I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your, size.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better? Does it still scare you?
A little. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out, somehow. It's not as bad as the other day, and Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell. I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss, or the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time, the laughter that comes from both of us is genuine. Back to the usual. Things may not have been the easiest lately, but it certainly isn't the worst that has happened. We do end up sharing the cinnamon buns between us, despite Zach's insistence that it's only for me, but more than the food, there is repose and contentment.
If you need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much. I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
No way. I can take him on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up. My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
I don't think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
He leaves me with a smile and a wave. Off to some new gig again. As for me, we still need to talk. Becca, Ash and I put petty arguments aside like the adults we all are. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it may be. I just hope I can keep them safe. A light wind blows again, sending dry leaves swirling and the distant smell of earth into the air. For the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a walk is good. I need to stock up my pantry too. Come to think of it, isn't there an art store that has opened recently near the park? The cat's name is Brutil, or at least that's what his scholar says. It's an odd name to give a cat, in my opinion, but it speaks grace much like the one that carries it. It shows in the way he swishes his tail and his eyes follow my hands every moment. I'm not sure what he finds fascinating in me, to be honest. I wasn't the very picture of grace when he found me after all. It was a bad idea, carrying 2 heavy bags of newly bought art materials and groceries without help or a sure ride home. In hindsight, perhaps I shouldn't have bought this all at the same time. I didn't even make it past the park to the nearest bus stop. And now, I'm suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on a park bench and drenched in sweat, in the company of a cat curiously watching my every movement. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat, but back at home, they are considered ill omens.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that I've ever acted graceful in my life. Of course, growing up with rowdy younger brothers and a sister does that. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use moping. A short breather, and then I'm off home. Besides, it isn't like the company is bad, even if it's a cat, as long as it doesn't bite or crosses my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
He has one, doesn't he? An owner. That's what the collar is for, isn't it? A bandage is wrapped on one of its paw, though. I wonder what happened to it. Did he run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I tried to bring one home before, a cat. Not Black, of course. And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
I take a small packet of sweets from one of the bags lying beside me and pop it open. As I'm about to put one into my mouth, he meows. My hand stops.
Do you want one?
He doesn't meow again as I'm expecting him to, but I take his unblinking gaze as a yes. I shift the piece to my palm and hold it out to him warily. He sniffs at it once, twice before.
Baruthia!
Oh, that's Macalec. Oh, like a good, properly trained pet, Bruthiel responds as soon as he's called. Recognition comes as soon as my head snaps up in the direction of the voice. Miss Macalec's hard to miss, what with her height, but most especially in the way she carries herself.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you?
Okay, it got stuck for a while over there. Sorry about that.
Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCullough.
Never mind the pleasantries. Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Baruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even run away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Baruthiel's a she.
She? All this time? I thought. The pause in conversation, if this one can be called one, is uncomfortable. We are merely two people working different jobs for the same client. Frankly, meetings like this don't happen a lot, and if it does, simple nodding of heads is enough. Still, trying to be friendly won't hurt, right? So, let's first save. Okay, so let's ask her about job. I guess I want to know more about the job than the cat, which is just like a side thing. So, yeah.
I'm just curious about your work.
What about it?
There is something guarded in her expression at mention of work, but I push through with my question.
I just want to know how it is to work on a house like the Ermengarde Mansion. Is it hard?
I guess she wasn't expecting a question like that. If the way her eyebrows shot up tells me something.
Because of its age? I wouldn't say it is. It is a challenge considering the factors me and my team have to sort out. But it's a good project. A breath of fresh air from what I usually work on. And I have a good team. Those original fittings though. It's what I'm absolutely interested in working on. It might be old, but the architecture is magnificent. I'm sure you've seen the stained glass windows in the foyer. Oh, I can already think of so many things I could do with it. But of course, my team will have to double check for necessary repairs here and there. That's probably for the best. It's easy to break some key elements with a rush restoration job, and who knows what other hidden issues there might be underneath. People can be so careless. I'm sorry, I spoke too much.
No, it's okay. You seem to really love what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's not really like that. I'm just lucky to have found work in an interesting field. Anyway, Bruthiel's due for her visit to the vet. Nice talking to you, Miss Santos. I wish you luck with what you're planning to work on. It seems like a big project, too.
She gestures with her head towards the bag on the bench, the ones filled with stuff I have recently bought from the art store.
It's a project for a friend, actually.
All the same. Good luck regardless.
Alright, that went really freaking good. Alrighty. I watch her as she leaves, though she stops shortly before crossing the threshold separating the park and the street. She faces me again, looking like there's something she has forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde Mansion, with my clients, it's the rights, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion, the
letter, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Someone. I want to tell Miss Macalec that the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They are real. She's not going to believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I hastened to pick all the bags I have left on the bench and ran as far as my legs can take me. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hand weighs far lighter than the overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to be home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of the house, of her, of my own cowardice. Okay. Seems interesting. Miss McCullough is a very interesting character that I am really like. There's something up to her, especially the way she got really excited about the mansion. She really loves her job. Could be the very reason being, but I don't know. Let's see. The food tastes... Just my little experience on some games, that's why. The food tastes less appetizing tonight. A pity. One would think that someone who had been on a continuous binge of instant noodles would find a home-cooked meal enjoyable, but it isn't. Hunger isn't what is gnawing at me tonight, neither are my sore muscles. The TV runs loudly in the background, but what it says barely registers in my brain. It's hard when the things you are trying to forget keep returning to the forehead of your mind. There's only one thing every time going on in that TV, you know? It distracts you, eats at you, devours you. I wish this would stop. I wish I wasn't the one who picked it up. I wish it was somebody else.
In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home yesterday evening. Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Wow. Huh?
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
Holy shit! Rose!
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her two-bedroom flat with the words "Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
Holy shit! No. No. This isn't what I want. This isn't supposed to happen. None of this is supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those are the stories, right? Legends. That's what everyone has kept telling me. So why? And Immediately I rushed to my study table in search of my phone. My hand, cold from dread, clings tightly to it as soon as I touch its edges. A piece of folded paper, the letter lying unassumingly beside it, slips to the floor when I pick the device up. But I pay it no mind. There are more important things. Right now, I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not too long ago, and she was okay. No. It isn't Rose, I'm sure of it. I just talked to her and a sob escapes me and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighted by the very same guilt I refuse to admit I have been carrying from the start. The same one I have been hiding from. The same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's number on my contacts list. She will answer, right? That's what she always does. She will pick it up, tell me to turn down the waterworks and call me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Again and again I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose. Don't do this to me. Please pick up. I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
This adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
A deafening static sounds from my phone's speaker, but in my ears I can only hear the screams, her pleas, her whispers. We are not safe. Holy shit, that got crazy so bad, my god. I was expecting something like that on the very first or second episode when no, I guess it was second episode where we decided to leave the mansion along with Ashton, and I was like, somewhere I did not mention it, but I was like, maybe something wrong will happen with Rose because she's all alone guiding it, and maybe after the tour she would. Whoa, this is so freaking crazy! Holy shit! My body wants to sleep still to forget what I heard, what I saw last night, but it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly, I become aware of how awkward my position is and the aches that accompany sleeping in a curled up position the night before. If I have even slept at all, the memories are impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it out loud. Instead, the words weigh heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. I should have. The notification light on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly when I look at it, as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. I check it, nevertheless, out of habit more than anything. To all BRC employees, in the light of the recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 to 2. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy and policies will be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to bring a copy of their own attendance logs. And okay, if this were one of those typical days, I'd happily comply and get myself to our office. Today, my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other, the place in itself is a stark reminder of what my own fears have cost me. Wow, I think I will go to work because I feel like staying at home will make things worse. And yeah, that's why I think if we will go to work, maybe we will get to know more about what is happening and everything. Yeah, let's see though. Mopping won't get me anywhere. Yeah, this is just like one of those things, isn't it? You deal it with a smile no matter how bad things get and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter I dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written on it glares at me. They sneer. They ridicule. Like living beings fully aware of what they have done. With a huff, I pick it up and shove it into my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I am used to showing. These two I will deal with. Somehow I will find a way and make things right. I have to, before it takes more people from me, even if I must do it on my own. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Briar Realty Corporation, except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present has heard about it. If they have missed night's report, they will likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving me a wide berth, as though the mere mention of Rose will be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but it only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it is about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for Rose. Yeah, oddly, I'd appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed. There's no date for a funeral, yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors. By the way, Has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff? None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
At the end of it, I have been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights paper, and have been promised an ample compensation for my efforts. I think he's expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to anyway, if I want to forget. Time flies when you do, and by the time I give notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in the company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his name. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that.
The Luxborn Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
The radio blares one recognizable name after another. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I've got to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. A loud tapping of my fingers against the key fills the office for the better part of my shift as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners, and list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of staff, they may have a lot of agents hired under their company, but I will remember those names anywhere. After all, they are also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters... No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in the fraction of a moment. These people, Rose, the letter...
I need to... No, if it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? What is it? What's the connection? Like, I think Rose never saw the letter. She pretty much just like gave us back without like opening it. So if I have proof, then maybe I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but maybe there's still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I grab all of them and stuff them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I still need to do. There's something those people should... The noise skirts sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pen into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
Someone must have left their printer open again. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn it off, another person is certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. Most of the time, it's Rose who does the nagging, but the clicking of my pen in my hand is a welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride my feet takes also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I have lost sight of the janitor minutes ago, and with me being the only one left, the tapping of feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, 5 copies are already strewn about on the ground. The paper tray have also been left ajar, and what's in that paper? Sighing, I pick each of it up to put someplace proper. But the page that greets me next makes my blood run cold. The chill that makes it way up my spine is as numbing as that day in the attic. The sheets crinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it wraps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself, take the steps out of here, total darkness suddenly envelops me. And as if hearing every horrid thought running inside my head right now, something snaps. A soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness that has descended in the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. Yet my own traitorous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. Oh no, it's her! Standing in the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know it's the same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic, I take a step back and the pen I'm holding slips from my hand. Her entire head turns. A scream almost escapes my mouth and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. My heart is pounding hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and telltale squelch of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer. The sounds are slowly getting louder, and the only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. Someone, please save me! Anyone! I close my eyes, muttering a continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please don't let her hear me. Objective, remain calm. Oh no, what the? Oh no, shit! Oh shit, this is so hard. No, I'm gone. I'm so gone. I'm so freaking dead now. Necrotic paralysis.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
We are so
Thy
done.
kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
When the last lines of my prayer has left me, all that remains is a hush. None of her footsteps, nor those chilling sounds she makes. Only silence. Is it safe? Another second passes, and when nothing comes... Oh, holy shit! Wow, that was goddamn crazy. Holy shit, this is... I guess it's not a bad end, it's more of a dead end because, yeah, I failed on that mini gameplay, which I never expected at all. That was so good. Okay, yeah, we are back over here. Let's do this correctly now. Oh, yes, thank you. No! This is so hard. This is really hard
Father,
now.
give
Oh my god, one more time I guess. No! Yes! 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 That is so difficult. At the last one, it's so freaking difficult. The seconds, minutes stretch out before me agonizingly. Is she gone? Slowly, I open my eyes to take a peek. I don't dare move or make a noise. In the face of such terror, I can only beg, let out silent pleas to whoever is out there. Please, please, don't let her notice. I want to live. Whoa, 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 whoa. It is far too easy to get them to pay attention and rapster. Wait, no. Oh my god, this is like a new arc only, right? Holy shit, this is like a totally new arc only. I guess we are done with the Isabella arc and it ends up with that? Oh my god, holy moly. I mean, that's one of the endings, or maybe true ending. Let's see about that, because yeah, there are, as I said, multiple endings, and I guess I will in the next episode get all the bad ends and dead ends like this. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap the episode right here. That was so good. I absolutely enjoyed this episode. This episode was so crazy. Rose died, and I guess we uncovered some mystery about the ladder and its connection with the disappearance of the employees in BRC and with Rose. And just as we were about to make a move, we got trapped by the ghost, and the last thing is that we are hoping for the best over there. And guess what? Now we are on the next arc, which is the Henna arc, and holy moly, no way that ended like that. That is so good. That's such a cliffhanger. Holy moly. So in the next episode, I will cover up all the bad ends and everything in the Isabella arc, and then we will move on to our next arc, which is the Henna arc. So for now, I'm gonna end it right here. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you like this episode, please click that like button, subscribe for more awesome content, comment down below your thoughts, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Shabake.